Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a build. As you can see in the title, do boxy builds have to be bland? I say no. Now, boxy builds are some of the easiest things that one can do in this game. And what I have here is a boxy build. It uses I'm using USO. This has mods, so I do have access to half walls and a few other textures that many other people may not have. The vanilla users definitely don't have. So you can see here that I added the half wall to offset the door, but it's attached to the prefab of floor and ceiling. Here I have just a standard 2x4 wall, and again another wall that adds some texture, adds a window, things like that. The chicken wire wall, and the roof comes from the barn section under roofs. And this wall here was the most complex part of the build. As you can see, it uses the plywood half wall along the bottom, and thank you, Sheffield, I'm filming here. Anyway, uses the blue fence texture, and I use the orange to add a splash of vibrancy to the plain wooden color and to the blue. The blue comes from USO fence builds. And then, of course, the wire fencing placed in the windows for security, and mainly security. Keep out hand grenades or large bugs, mostly hand grenades. And so you can see it's a simple build. It's boxy. It's kind of bland. But here is the exact same building, exact same parts, but it's more interesting. It's, as you can see right off the bat, the front door is a picket fence. And that alone just adds a major splash of interest to this build. And of course, there's a bush from Nuka World. And again, a Nuka girl is placed onto the as you can see. Now I used a blue palette to support the base of this shack. As you can see, the blue palette comes from USO as well, as does this green fence. But as you can see, I added the green fence, which is basically to give the illusion of a hedge, that they have a splash of green. They wanted a hedge, but they either can't grow one here, or there's just not enough room for it, or for whatever reason, they just wanted the illusion of a hedge. It's kind of like those people who pave their front yard and then paint it green so they don't have to mow the lawn, but they still have a green quote-unquote lawn. As I've seen them, they're interesting. And then here I added a chain link fence, and the chain links themselves break up all of the straight lines of the wooden planks for the walls. And then, of course, the rusty chain link poles and everything gives it another splash of color on that side. So, I mean, yes, you can use the decorations to add a little more visual interest as well, but just adding a few more building details, you can accentuate a boring, boxy build to become something more interesting. So keep that in mind whenever you make your own builds. Just because you have boxy doesn't mean it has to be boring. So thank you again for joining me, and if you like what you see, please click that like button, and remember, Be excellent to each other. Thank you very much. Bye.